welcome once again to Pixelated Zen Plays. We're looking at DCUO again. It's been about 2 months since I've played any of the DCUO characters that I have. It's been from, not for lack of trying, just because I've had to do, things with school and I've had other games to play. But we're back, and this is the first time we're doing this kind of off-the-cuff style with this game, and I want to see how it works out. I think it's going to work out a lot better. But let's continue and check it out.
Levitt's cameras.
Grab this.
Takes photos almost as swiftly as the fastest man alive. Snap faster with Levitt's.
Man, in the real world, that guy would be getting sued. Of course, I guess he couldn't really be sued by the Flash, since the Flash isn't really legal, technically. Granted, no cop's gonna arrest him. Wow, let's get on with it. Gotta go save some civilians from a Brainiac incursion. I need to get my super fast flying going on here. This level 7 slow flying thing is ridiculous. They changed up some of the game. They actually refunded a lot of weapon abilities and things like that because they changed it. And I no longer have my throw, but they did give me a couple of other little things. Like, let's see if I can pull it off here. That. Oh, that's kind of cool. Let's go turn this in. Anyway, as I was saying, they refunded a lot of the points. Well, I hopped onto one of my other characters about a couple days ago, and didn't realize that I forgot to give myself super speed flying. So I'm flying around like, man, this is the slowest I've ever felt. What is going on? And it took me longer than I wish, longer than I'd care to admit to realize what I had done.
Leave me alone.
Brainiac Incorporator Data Matrix. Sounds kind of lame. Let's get a shout on. Some of the voice acting in this game is awful. Granted, some of it's amazing. I really enjoy it. But, man, some of the random civilians that you have to go rescue, it's bad. Leave me alone. I do love that if you put wings on your character, they actually flap when you fly. That's kind of cool. It doesn't always look right. You saw there I was carrying that orb, and obviously you wouldn't fly like that, but who cares? For the most part, it's pretty good. And I know I'm kind of seeing a few more people playing this game now, and I think it's because I already got all my orbs. I think it's because City of Heroes just shut down. And I think people are looking for a new superhero game to play. I know a lot of people went over to Champions Online because that's created by the same company. It's got a lot of the same feel. I played that up until 25 because I wanted to experience the arch enemy thing. I think that's a brilliant system. I just wish you didn't have to get all the way to 25 to play it or to experience it. Because the game ended up being very, lackluster to me. The combat at first feels awesome, and then the more I messed around with it, the more I thought, it's not really that enjoyable. But that was my own personal opinion, of course. But then again, if you're watching this, you probably care what my own personal opinion is, which is insane. But let's continue.
Kick your ass.
Minor damage.
Gotta find more of these stupid players. You would think, what with this being a dangerous area that needs the help of a new hero to stop, you'd think that there would be more action. I'm gonna go beat up some machines with brains. Doesn't make sense. Where he comes from, does brain mean the same thing as it does in English on Earth? Because I would go ahead and guess no. So him calling himself Brainiac just seems a little silly. My problems with comic book continuity and naming conventions aside, I think I've talked about this before. DCUO, DC in general, has some of the worst character names ever if you think about them objectively. Superman, Batman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman. They pretty much just took one little bit about them and then just added man or woman at the end. It was terrible. Green Lantern was the most unique name, and it's still just a color and his symbol. But that's okay. Nowadays you don't think about it, they've been around so long, but If a new comic came out with a name like that, nobody would give it the time of day. It's just silly. Unless it was doing it, you know, satirically.
Hang on. Crucial information. Switching signals just a...
Alright.
Ooh, we've
She's
made him
apparently the
mad.
best hacker
He's
in the
targeting
world.
all of my comm frequencies.
There we go.
Luckily, I know a few tricks. So get to Brainiac's ground zero. With all those troops and ships, he'll start bottling any moment unless you stop him.
Lois Lane reporting for Daily Planet Live. Look up in the sky. Is it a bird, a plane, or one of the new heroes and villains battling the Brainiac threat? One thing is sure, even with the conflict between Superman and Lex Luthor, or Wonder Woman and Circe, the only enemy they all have in common is Brainiac. Stay tuned for more as the battle against this alien invader plays out.
Objective inside.
Okay, so I gotta destroy these communications arrays, and this is one of the worst quests in the game. This is a better area to do it than some of the others. There's actually 3 or 4 areas you can do this, depending on where you're at, where you started at. But this is one of the better ones. It's still not great, just because there's so many guys. They end up coming at you from all over. It's just not fun. Usually it takes you, 5-6 minutes just to kill enough guys that there's a small area open, so you can start using one of those things to destroy it. And then before you can even finish, there's 3 or 4 guys back beating on you again.
Alpha Protocol.
You might have fixed that. It looks better. I almost got that one. Maybe not. Like I said, this one's always been better. There's one in Gotham that's just awful. Every time I do it, I get killed 3 or 4 times. And it doesn't help that as you're beating on enemies, players will come and take the thing that you're trying to get to. And so you've just been spending, 15 minutes beating on these guys that keep respawning for no reason. Somebody else got it. And this is not like Guild Wars 2. I hope a lot of games in the future change and get rid of this whole mutually exclusive BS where if one person gets the node and nobody else can get the node, it just discourages cooperation. It discourages massively multiplayer gaming, because that's what turns it into single-player fest. Like, why would I ever partner with somebody when it's just going to be harder on me than if I just did it myself? And why should I have to partner with somebody just to not have them, steal my stuff? Like, that just creates a negativity in the community, I think. Granted, what do I know? I'm just a player, not a developer. Thankfully. The hours they work, good lord, do not want...
Performance impaired.
Get this.
Objective
We only
inside.
have one more array to get, and we'll be on. Oh yeah, I forgot I can turn into a werewolf. Huh.
Damage.
I have no idea what the combos are still. I was supposed to look that up last time, I remember, but I did not. I don't know if you can tell. Oh, I'm actually kicking ass. Look at that. That's some pretty cool effects going on. Oh, interesting. If I activate my travel power when I'm in wolf form, it gives me super speed instead of the flight I normally have.
Objective in sight.
Go ahead and kill this guy. Let's get out of here before they respawn.
Nice aim. Those were the comm arrays messing with my signal. All systems go, and Brainiac doesn't even know what hit him. Head back to the safe house for a hero's welcome.
Alright, I don't think I'm going to go back to the safe house just yet. I've got this Raven Unleashed. Gotta go stop demonic attacks. That's actually probably past the safe house. I might as well hit that on the way.
Dr. Fate's war against Trigon has broken. Now Trigon's demons rampage throughout the Tomorrow District. The Science Police's powers are not enough. Defend against this evil, and hurry!
You know, when somebody from the cast of Firefly tells you to do something, you do it. That's just all there is to it. Now, do you stop by the police station first and collect your XP reward? Yes. Yes, you do. But then you do it, because, I mean, no sense getting killed or, you know, not being at your peak performance. In some ways, I really enjoy this game.
Nice job.
In other
That should buy
ways,
us some
it
time
can be
to
a
form a counterattack
frustrating
against
nightmare of an
Brainiac.
experience. Man, it sounds like just one of the developers did that voice. And what I mean when I say that it can be a nightmare of an experience is the UI is obviously designed around consoles. And that's fine to a degree, but it really kind of gets annoying when you're trying to play it and the UI is getting in the way. The UI should never get in the way. At best, or at worst, your UI should not be memorable. You shouldn't even notice it. At best, your UI should make people go, man, this is an amazing UI. I love doing anything in it. And I've yet to play a game where I've thought that about the UI. Because honestly, it should be something that's just there because it's necessary, and it's not really important in any way. But sadly, with this one, they've made some changes though. They're getting better. The new map is amazing. The new mail system is better. It's not great, but it's better. I know a lot of people had a problem with the chat system when it went live, but I never really played it that early. I didn't really play it too much until it went free to play, and by then the chat system was better. It was still not great, but you know, it gets the job done. There's just something fun about flying around Metropolis and Gotham and interacting with some of these characters. And then again, I'm a huge DC geek. I'm a huge comic book geek. I love all that stuff. I love superheroes. Haven't really gotten into much of the indie stuff. Occasionally I'll pick something up, but nothing, you know, too serious. I enjoy my superheroes fighting in spandex. And that's probably why I watched wrestling when I was a kid, let's be honest. Up here. Should have enough to level after.
I work
this
for Madame
little
Xanadu's
quest.
magic shop in Metropolis.
That'll be nice.
We try to keep demon horns in stock for white magic rituals, but they've been pretty hard to come by. Think you can grab me some?
Alright. Gotta grab some demon
Trigon
horns
will be
for the,
released.
creep over there who wants demon horn. I think level 8 I might get a
evil
new
energy is manifesting
ability.
in dark
That'll be
orbs.
nice.
Bring them to the circle of purification cast by the science police, so they can be neutralized.
Look at that. I'm amazing. I gotta bring those there. Can I get back and get the other one in time? Probably not. No, it disappeared. Oh. I think it comes from those little guys that I beat up. That's better. Oh, there's a bunch over here. Go around and start picking stuff up. What are they? Trigonic orbs. Looks like,
You will succumb to Trigon's might.
elemental chicken eggs. That's what it reminds me of.
I shall find another shell.
No, they destroyed it. Bastards. I'm gonna throw you into this
cannot
bus
stop
and then slam the bus on
destiny.
top of you. That's not true because I don't have super strength. If I had super strength, I could probably pick this bus up and hit him with it, but that'll come later. And oh, I will pick the bus up and hit him with it. I am not above that. Oh, yeah, they moved the place I'm supposed to go. It doesn't make any sense.
You cannot stop destiny.
This guy's hitting me in the face with his magic. So is she. Yeah, this little green thing. We're gonna get that after I grab these.
Blood Priest Chronicle. This once weak healing scroll has been infused with the power of lust by one of Trigon's sons.
Beat him up as a werewolf. Oh, I gotta get stuff from them anyway. Oh, the demon horns, that's right. Okay, I gotta start beating people up as soon as I finish these orbs. This should be the last orb right now.
Send your soul!
Beat up some more demons. Gotta be the specific ones that actually look like demons, as opposed to like, you know, LARPers in the park, role-playing Vampire the Masquerade or something. Like that girl.
I shall find another shell. Trigon will be released.
I still need 3 more of these corrupted souls anyway, so let's go ahead and hit them. Love that attack. Cone AoE does a lot of damage. And I just need 3 more of these damned horns. Ah, they are damned horns too, because they're demon horns. Excellent. I love it when things work out for the best. Man, I do very little damage to this guy. Block breaker. Probably have one, I just don't know what it is. That's ridiculous. Okay, I got 9 horns. It looks like I can do even 1 more. Man, he's right here, he walked right into it. Okay, no. I'm not fighting through that. I'm just going to use my superpower. Breathe on him until he goes, oh my god, it's disgusting, and passes out. Nice. Level 8. And I earned a power point.
Metropolis formed the Science Police as their own superpowered force. But even their magical officers can't do with Trigon. Let's hope you can.
It looks like I got...
Trigon is using his daughter, the Titan Raven, to spread his foul energy. Then he will destroy her. Both she and the city are doomed unless we stop Trigon now. Find his demons on the rooftops and destroy their dark conversion vortices.
Ooh, I got a skill point and a power point. And I still can't put that skill point to flight yet, so I'm going to let that sit for now. Just to make sure I have one available. Shapeshifting. Spend our power point.
No
Gorilla
further.
form. An acrobatic gorilla with increased health, armor, healing, plus new weapon combos and access to both damage and health roll powers. Alright. Or I could go to pterosaur form, which is looks like a pterodactyl. Or I could get one of the supercharge abilities. Dramatically increasing damage and critical strike chance, protecting against control effects and regenerating health over time. Or regenerates health and power over time for you and your allies. I'm not really going to be grouping too much with this guy, most likely, so... Oh, this is a supercharge as well. I didn't realize. Gorilla form. Everything on this tier is a supercharge. Do I want pterosaur form? Insectoid form sounds cool. Looks cool. But I just don't... You know what? I'm going to do it. Gorilla form. Let's go beat some stuff up as Donkey Kong, shall we? Better be careful. Universal Studios is going to sue me.
You cannot stop destiny.
Let's try monkey
You
form.
cannot stop destiny.
Big monkey. Wow, he is really slow. Hits like a truck though, so that's good. Wonder how long it lasts. If it lasts until I cancel it, then that's actually a really good supercharge. Most of them very limited. Oh, somebody's already there getting it. Let's try and go up this building. Ah, look, I'm a giant ape scaling a building. Excellent. Looks like somebody's already getting this one up here too. And that's the problem with only one server. Normally on a game like this, I'd pick a server where nobody was playing. A very low pop server and just be able to do whatever I wanted whenever I wanted. But it's not going to work out.
I shall find another shell.
Well, I mean, I guess it could work out like that if I decided to play it on my PS3. I don't think there's nearly as many people playing it. But I mean, honestly, who wants to play it on their console? Games are better on... Oh, it just ended by itself. Anyway, games are better on PC anyway, but if you're going to play an MMO, it better be on a PC. If you're playing an MMO on a console, you're not getting the right experience. Or they're massively dumbing down the experience for everybody using the console, which definitely happened a little bit with this game. Still, awesome game and I love it. It actually grew on me quite a bit. When I first tried it, I thought it was a little too, I don't know, restrictive, clunky, didn't really like the combat style. And then I kind of started getting into the different combos and the timing of it all and the way the powers work together, and it actually turned out to be really fun. One of my favorite action style MMOs. Maybe not the best for having a world that you live in, but definitely one of the best for combat. And honestly, with MMOs, it's not hard to do, but still. I remember when Diablo 3 came out, and I played that for a little while, and then I started thinking, the combat felt pretty stale, and I think it's because I wanted kind of a melee system like this, where, you know, you had combos that you could do depending on right and left click, and then you could cast your spells. It allows for more variety in the gameplay, and makes you feel like you're actually doing something more than just click, 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 click. Even though that's what it is.
Manipulates the very air around it, as though it were made of solid acid.
The Justice League is getting you!
I shall find another shell.
According to him, that gem manipulates the air around it as if it were made of solid acid. Is that something that acid does? I don't really know. I guess I'm not the right person to ask, but that just doesn't seem right. Look at this. See? I'm beating up on this guy, and he comes and takes the thing. Sometimes it counts for you, sometimes it doesn't, which is excellent. People can be amazing. This is why MMOs are so fun, because you can play with other people and have the amazing experience of your game being destroyed right in front of your eyes. And yet I keep playing them. I'm a solo MMOer for the most part. Kill this guy. I'm gonna get one of these before they churn one time. Oh, there we go.
Trigon will be released.
We're not gonna count that one. We did good.
You cannot stop destiny.
Come on, get it before this guy turns. Once again.
All
we got it
your
before we have to fight him.
belong to us.
I've gotten it before where he doesn't even get turned.
I shall find another shell.
Can happen. Keeps things clean. You don't have to beat people up for no reason. And let's be honest, I'm a superhero. I'm not supposed to be beating up on people if I can help it.
I hope the heroes kicked your ass.
Alright, I think we're gonna get this guy. Oh yeah. See, that's how a superhero does it.
You cannot stop destiny.
This guy we're not gonna get because of the Soul Reaper. You know. Awesome game, less awesome enemy. Speaking of Soul Reavers, I just heard that they released Soul Reaver 1 and 2 and Legacy of Kain Defiance on Steam the other day. I already own them on GOG, but you know, if you're a Steam person, that's definitely something to look out for. Those games were amazing for their time. The 3D nowadays is a little lackluster, but it's not as bad as some. Not nearly as bad as some of the early PS1 games. Ugh.
I'm trying to raise Starfire and the other Titans, but no word since they went into the Science Police HQ. I'm calling Zatanna now to back you up.
Trigon holds Raven thrall to his dark will inside the Science Police headquarters. We must free her. But first, use your power to stop the demons spawning and lending their power to Trigon outside the walls.
Some of you might be wondering if you changed looks at all while you're playing this. If you've been following my story or my character, then you've noticed that he really hasn't changed anything since he started. And the character creator is not generally the best in the genre, but that's because as you level up and as you get new gear, it's like another MMO where you actually can equip it. But with this MMO, you can actually keep your look or keep certain looks, so that as you go, you can kind of make your guy look the way you want him to look. You can kind of evolve. So he starts out looking like maybe he's a brand new superhero in his, tighty whities running around with a paper bag on his head like Spider-Man, But as you get, farther along in your character's story, you get some new cool gear, and all of a sudden they start looking really cool. The reason you're not seeing this guy change at all is because the pants, the boots, and the gloves were all purchased in the in-game store. And they were purchased specifically because I thought they went with the character, and I doubt I'll be changing much as we go. Maybe the occasional thing.
I think we can use that to help these corrupted citizens, but I need samples. Could you grab some and bring them to me?
There's no need for panic.
Oh yeah, this is a terrible quest. Just because there's so many people around here that it's hard to find enough citizens to count and finish your quest before other people find them.
Run!
There's one right there. Ah, 2. Let's see if we can get them. And I think once we're done with this quest, we're going to go ahead and call it an episode. And stay tuned to this channel and my blog if you want to see some more Let's Plays. We're going to be doing some more for the Skyrim videos. We're going to be doing more of this and maybe a couple other things. Might do a review or something maybe one day. We'll see. We'll see how things go. Turn that in. Alright, that's it for this episode of Pixelated Zen Plays. Make sure to tune in next time, and we're going to check out some Skyrim, most likely. I think that's what is on the docket for the next time. Alright, goodbye.